If you're thinking of selling your house in 2026, there are 3 mistakes that I'm seeing sellers make right now that are costing them thousands of dollars. Hi, I'm Jennifer Martin. I've been a broker for 20 years, and today I'm going to give you the insider view, which most agents won't tell you. Overpricing, listing your house based off of the peak of the market back in 2022 when the prices were the highest, rather than looking at today's comps and pricing it correctly. The market has softened a lot since the peak of 2022. So it's important to always look at the current sales. Your neighbor may have sold for top dollar back, a couple of years ago, but that's not the market today. And the best way to determine a market, especially in a softening market, which we are in here in 2026, is looking at your competition, looking at the active comps versus looking at the solds. Active listings indicate where the market is going, and solds show where the market has been. You want to be sure that you price your house ahead of the competition rather than basing it off of a home that sold 6 months ago. I can't stress how critical it is the first 14 days of being on the market. So when you first list a house, the first weekend, all the buyers that are in the market for your price point are coming through your house, unless they're out of town. So the majority of the buyers are going to come through. And if you don't get an offer that first weekend, then that's telling you already that the buyers that come through have either found it overpriced or decided not to write an offer for some reason. If buyers are not even scheduling appointments, this is a signal that you're priced too high and we need to do a price improvement quickly. If you have a ton of people that come through your house and you receive no offers, then that's telling you you're within the range, but you're a little outside the market. If a ton of people come through and you receive 1 or 2 offers, then you know that you were priced right. If you don't price your house competitively in today's market, what happens is you end up what we call chasing the market down. And that's not good. That's price reduction after price reduction, and we're never catching up. In order to get the highest net, we need to price it competitively so we get a great offer from the beginning. The second mistake is not preparing your home prior to listing. And there are a number of things that you should do prior to getting it on the market. But just to name a few here, one is doing a deep clean. Nobody walking through a home, especially when they're looking to purchase a home, wants to see a dirty house. Having a clean house is very important. Cleaning up the yard. Nothing detracts a buyer more than bad curb appeal. When buyers show up to your house, you have 7 seconds to make an impression. And this is just on the exterior. So already the buyers are making a determination on whether this house is going to be for them prior to stepping in through that front door. So you want to have great curb appeal. So you need to be the prettiest house for the best price, making repairs that are known about. So let's say you have a ceiling stain that's an old watermark, maybe from the old roof or plumbing upstairs or whatever that is. Things like that, you want to clean it up. Doing a pre-inspection can be critical. You want to find the problems before the buyer finds it when they do their home inspection. Staging. When you skip staging, this is huge. And I don't mean furniture staging. I'm talking about just, having a designer or a stager go through your house, going room by room with you and, suggesting rearranging furniture, moving furniture from one room to the other. And a lot of this is called soft staging, right? So the stager or designer will bring in towels or little baby plants, just little things to dress up the house prior to taking photos. So all this makes a huge difference. There's a number of things that we do to prep a house, but these are just a few things I'm naming off the top of my head that are very important, and it makes or breaks a sale for sure. Number 3 is days on market. Misunderstanding how the longer you sit on the market, it really affects your negotiation skills. The price reduction trap. Many sellers wait too long to reduce the price. The first 14 days are going to tell you if you're priced correctly. And if we're not and we don't receive an offer, we want to do a price reduction within that first 2-week period while we still have momentum. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that sellers make. They wait too long to do a price reduction. And if you wait past the 2 weeks and you run into 30, 45 days and then do a price reduction, now you're just confirming what the buyers are already saying. right? They're thinking, what's wrong with the house? Why hasn't it sold yet? The longer you wait, the offers are going to come in lower. Agents and buyers, they see this. And then they see your price reduction as a desperate move later on. So you want to do this early on and secure a contract to get you your highest net. Otherwise, your net is just going to trickle away. The longer you sit there, buyers and buyers agents are going to write offers lower, trying to negotiate further and further the longer you sit there. If you found this information helpful, then please subscribe. I do post insider information on a regular basis. And thanks again for watching.